Alrighty, what is quacking, everybody? Nintendo just dropped the bombshell. I'm busy trying to do my database homework, and then they dropped the Switch 2. They said, here you go. Here's the Switch 2. Enjoy. Oh my god. Oh my god, finally the new console. It's bigger. It looks sleek. It looks nice. I do wish it was more colorful, but that's neither here nor there. But it is fatter, chunkier, bigger. It is ready. Oh my god, I am so ready for this console. And they changed the back stand as well, so now that's just launching with an actual like good stand, although they did show it like bending backwards for some reason. Like, no one's playing like that. Who's doing that? Who's like hunched over like a gremlin? So that's a little weird. But the new Joy-Cons and how the Joy-Cons, you know, snap in and everything, it looks like they just magnetically just snap in. So it's not, so, you know, if you like drop it or something like that, I think this is definitely a good countermeasure to the railings and stuff like that. Because sometimes, like, you know, like when I first got the Switch and I was just kind of like lazily putting things in, like it would be like stuck on the railing or whatever and be kind of weird. But also they showed the Joy-Cons moving around like mice, which has been like a leaked feature that I was seeing, but I was like, that's a little bit weird. But I think this might be this thing's gimmick, and they might actually, Nintendo might just like full on just give us online compatibility. Maybe this thing can actually like browse the internet or something. Maybe they'd finally give us like full outright tablet capabilities with this thing. And then on top of that, they teased Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart fans are eating. I thought they were going to show 3D Mario or something like that, but I didn't even know. I didn't, like, when they revealed this, I didn't think there was going to be a game tease. Like, maybe like a 3D Mario game or whatever. Or like maybe something, maybe like an older game or whatever, but they teased Mario Kart 9. I'm pretty sure that's Mario Kart 9. If I'm wrong, I deserve to get tased or something, but I looked, I was like, there's no way that that's not, like, that has to be Mario Kart 9, right? And I'm like I'm looking at all the tracks, I'm looking at the different kart bodies and everything. That it looks like Mario Kart 9. That looks like a new track, new karts and everything, and then it said April 2nd. So is it coming out in April? I believe they said it should be coming out in the summer-ish maybe, but maybe April's still spring, so maybe it's an April Direct and we get it, you know, maybe in September or something like that. But oh my god, this thing, finally, we get our new console. We're getting the Nintendo Switch 2. It looks slick, it looks nice. And hopefully the mouse, like I want to roll back to the mouse capabilities, because if they let us use it as a mouse, like maybe finally Nintendo has just thrown in the towel and they said, look, just let them have some kind of online capabilities. Maybe this thing might be able to, you know, utilize keyboard and mouse as well, but you use the Joy-Cons for a mouse maybe, and maybe Nintendo has a you know, like a keyboard attachment, maybe something like that. This is just pure speculation. I'm just like talking about it, but like, you know, that'd be pretty cool if they're just like, hey, you know, indie game players, you can use, you know, the Joy-Con as a mouse, and then we have an attachable keyboard perhaps, or maybe like because it is so big, maybe like indie developers can do a thing for touchscreen as well, so it's just like maybe like a little corner of the touchscreen has the necessary buttons you need to play the game while the game is just, you know, running, which would also be like, it'd be clunky, let's be real, but like that'd be like unique, I guess. But I'm just ready for a stronger system. I am just, oh my god, it's like they just teased how it looks, and it looks so nice. Like I said, I do wish it had more color though. More color would be fantastic for it, because I like colorful things. So maybe we'll get like, you know, something similar to the DS perhaps, but I also wish they showed off more of the dock too. They didn't show off anything about the dock, so I'm sure the dock's probably going to be the same as the regular one. They're probably going to, you know, go with the OLED dock, where it's just like, all right, there's an Ethernet port already pre-installed. I hope we get more USB ports. We desperately need more USB ports. Not like, maybe not everybody needs them, but I sure would like more USB ports to have different things plugged in, you know, having like a charging stand or whatever plugged in. But I definitely think like having more access to that would be nice, and especially if they do somehow do like some mouse and keyboard thing, allowing us to finally use mouse and keyboard. But, and also it is backwards compatibility. they're like, yep, backwards compatible, get it, and you can play your old Switch games and the new ones, which is fantastic. Nintendo's always been doing this. Nintendo, backwards compatibility with the DS and the Game Boy games, Wii, GameCube, Wii U, Wii games, all these different backwards compatibilities, which has been amazing. And of course, Nintendo just brings it here with like, yeah, you can use your old Switch games and new Switch games. So this does a lot of work. Like, this just kind of makes it so like it's worth it to buy the new console, because it's like now this new console probably has enough power to, run laggy, annoying games such as Pokemon, or, playing Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, which is what I like to play, Splatoon 3 Salmon Run. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, it's lagging. You gotta kill bosses. Like, you gotta play perfectly in Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, otherwise it just lags. So if this console just eliminates all that, this is going to be phenomenal. Going back to Pokemon though, I'm assuming maybe Pokemon Home might not be available right away. I don't see why it wouldn't be available, but like, you never know. So if Pokemon Home isn't available, I think that might suck, and it might still not be the way to play Pokemon if you're doing trading or whatever, especially if you're competitive and you're playing older games and trying to bring Pokemon forward. Then probably just playing Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet on this thing, when you gotta swap Pokemon back and forth like that, probably not going to be most optimal. But oh my god, it's so nice. Backwards compatibility, slick, nice and chunky too. Playing in handheld is going to be a treat. It's going to be big and nice. One thing I was talking to someone about is they said they like the Switch Lite because, older handheld games over the years were just smaller, and I disagree with that, because I'm like, bro, if I just had a nice handheld thing that was like huge in my hands and I could see everything, that would be fantastic. So it's nice that we're gonna have a nice chunky experience in our hands. The Joy-Cons look actually meaty. So there's been tons of people who just have enormous hands. I don't have the biggest hands, but like, still the Joy-Cons feel a little bit too compact for me. And then like, imagine people with, humongous hands who can't play on Joy-Cons and handheld. So just the size upgrade alone is amazing. God, it's just like, I don't think Nintendo needed to do anything crazy with this one. We already had the Switch 2, and what I'm thinking is, because because they were the first ones to put this forward. They put out this technology, they put out the Switch, innovated, amazing, great, hybrid console. They've also got to watch their competitors. You had Steam Deck, and I believe it's like Asus, I believe. They also have like a portable thing. So Nintendo has also gotten to capitalize on the fact that other people have innovated on their technology, and now they can, it's easier for them because other people laid the groundwork for them. And now they have this amazing console. It can do different things. It probably has, its little gimmick. I'm sure they'll give us a direct. It's probably going to be April. I'm assuming that's what the April date means, because they did say summer, later-ish 2024. They said 2025 summer-ish. So I believe April is probably going to be like the direct, the showcase or whatever. We're going to see all the new games, and they're going to show us the gimmick of this console. But it looks like it's just going to be a banger. This is just going to absolutely be a banger. I don't feel like Nintendo could disappoint with this, because like, I feel like they're kind of just showing us what we already knew. Like, I don't think it was anything crazy. Like, yeah, gimmicks are cool with consoles, different things are cool with different consoles, but at the end of the day, it's kind of just like, does it really, like, I don't need that much. I don't need some crazy gimmick with my console. And it just looks like this console is just going to deliver on everything that I've wanted as a consumer for the Switch. Just a stronger console with more capabilities. That's all this thing needs for the most part. I'm not going to overhype it. I don't think Nintendo could do anything to really disappoint me unless the console's just outright broken and like it just doesn't like work straight away, which that's not going to be the case. But if we're talking about specs and stuff, we are like, there was rumors. We already knew that this is going to be strong, about as strong as a PS4 Pro-ish, so hopefully that strength allows it to have other games come over. Third party, I know we're going to probably see a lot of JRPG games, but I'm really hoping that we get a Persona 3 Reload on this. I would like Persona 3 Reload, but games like that, something like that. I don't expect we're going to get like amazing Western games. Like, I don't think we're going to get like an Elden Ring or something like that, or like a Cyberpunk on here, but don't quote me on that, but I don't think we're gonna get those. But you never know. You never know with things and how they're gonna go. But I definitely think we're gonna get some higher quality games from third party and stuff like that. Some Personas, whatever new game comes to market. Because honestly, like with the output and the rumors of it being as strong as a PS4 Pro, the PS4 Pro and the jump to PS5, really the power level isn't like insanely crazy. So Nintendo's kind of just like there, like they're gonna have a now decent strong hybrid system. They've had a long time to get this thing rolling, and it's gonna be great. I'm so jazzercised for this console, and like it's really cool seeing like the mouse thing, like them moving around on a mouse, and I'm really curious as to what that's gonna be like. Is it gonna like change how we do like the menuing? Like I wouldn't be surprised if they still like limit online capabilities or whatever, stuff like that. But if it just makes menuing easier, like if we just, you're playing with the controller or whatever, and it's just like, oh, I want to, do this, just mouse, whatever. So oh God, and the tease of Mario Kart 9, they put it out there. They're like, look at this, guys. Look at this. Like, here you go. Look at this. Look at the carts. Look at the game. Look at the game. Like, oh, that track looks so sexy. Ooh, the desert too. Oh my God. So maybe Mario Kart 9 is gonna be the launch title, and if that's the launch title, this console is gonna go crazy. And if they launch it with a 3D Mario as well, oh my God, the Switch 2 is probably gonna be just a banger. It is going to sell. I definitely predict it is going to sell absolutely crazy the first year. I'm getting it this year. I'm getting it. I'm going to do whatever I possibly can to get this. If I gotta go pre-order it, if I gotta do whatever, I am going to get this. The price does not matter. It kind of matters. The price kind of matters. I think it's probably going to cost $400. I think either $400 to $500. I'm gonna guesstimate that ballpark. If it's the strength of a PS4, I think it's probably gonna be like $450-ish, around that ballpark, which is very doable. That is a solid price point. That's what Nintendo's always done with their consoles. Their consoles have always been affordable, and Nintendo makes them affordable so they can also make money back. Nintendo always aims to profit off of their console sales as well, and that's why they're always behind a generation or two when making their consoles, so they can turn a profit, because all of the parts in it are going to be cheaper. It's not the highest fidelity parts or whatever, so I don't think it's going to be like a $600 console. It's definitely going to be like a $400, $450, which isn't going to break the bank for most people these days, and it's going to definitely be doable. It is going to be a doable price tag. So hopefully this console doesn't come out in April, because I'm going on a trip in late April, and I don't need this coming out before then, because that's gonna feel bad. That's gonna feel when I have to drop like almost $2,000 on a trip, and then they give us this, like that would hurt my feelings a little bit. I'd be a little upset. But I think April, they put April 2nd, so hopefully April 2nd we get a direct, and we'll be able to just vibe out, see what they got coming, see what that mouse thing is, see what games are coming, all these different things, which is insane too, because we're also like, I believe in like the next month or two, we're getting Pokemon AZ and Metroid Prime 4. So like, they're like really bookending the Switch. They're like, here you go, here's these amazing games, and then here's the Switch 2. So it's like they're really giving the Switch a really solid send-off before the Switch 2, and they're probably still going to develop, because it's backwards compatible. They have no reason to stop developing for the regular Switch. Maybe the regular Switch takes less resources to develop for, so there's probably going to be, different studios in Nintendo who just still develop for the Switch, probably just to make it easily accessible, or probably that. They'll just probably be like, oh yeah, here's here's the Switch game, play it on the Switch 2 if you want, something like that. But it's, God, this is definitely a day. I was like, I'm gonna chill, do my homework, work on some database questions. No, Nintendo decided to ruin my day. I can't do homework after this. I just can't. There's no way. I'm just gonna be fantasizing all day. It's insane. but one must always do obligations. Thank you for listening to me yap. I'm hype. I hope you're hype. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the yapping. Go watch my other videos as well if you like me yapping. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.